Oh, you thought the ISO was garbage? It's okay, guys. Me too. I thought it was literal trash. And then I saw my friend playing with it, and I was like, whoa, what happened to this gun? This is not what it used to be, and now it's my favorite SMG in the entire game. This thing is literally insane. It makes no sense. It definitely got a secret buff. I don't care what anyone says. It is so good. You guys got to use the ISO. It's crazy. It's overpowered, and I'm gonna share a class with you that's gonna turn this gun into your favorite gun in the entire game. What is up, guys? My name is Nick, and welcome back to another Modern Warfare video, man. And if you haven't played with the ISO in a long time, since it probably came out, you might want to rethink that and make a whole new class for this thing, because it is strong, it is damaging, and it's just insane. Like, you guys got to use this gun. It's better than the MP7 in my opinion. It's better than the MP5. It has range. It has up close fire rate over every other gun. Guys, you got to use it, man. Now, if you guys are new around here and this is not your first video you've ever seen, you might as well subscribe. That's the universe trying to tell you something, and make sure to ring that notification bell as well with all those notifications turned on, and let me know down in the comments below. I need to know what you guys think of the ISO. Do you think it's good? Do you think it's okay? Or do you think it's insane? Like I said, man, I definitely think it's insane. And drop a like on this video, man. I want to share two classes with you guys, and the reason I want to share two, normally I share two for two different reasons. One is good at close range and one is good at Warzone, but the reason I want to share two for this one right here is not because of Warzone or anything. It's because these two classes are just both crazy. They're both crazy good. They both do good in every situation you come in, and it's just really good. It's just for two different types of play styles. One is if you like to rush and just go off on people, and the other one is if you like to rush but you also like to play slow at the same time. Like me, I like to rush, but I also like to play strategically. So the first one I'm going to share with you guys is the pure brainless class. This is the one you guys are going to run around with. You're not going to worry about anything, and you're just going to go off on people. And then I'm going to share the one where it's going to do a lot better in certain situations, like range and all that kind of stuff. So for the first class, the first thing you want to run is the Barrel FSS Revolution. Now, this gives you damage range, this gives you bullet velocity, and this gives you recoil control. And one thing the ISO really needs is recoil control. So this is nice to have on this class right here. Now, it is taking away ADS speed and movement speed, but it's a very, very light SMG. You don't have to worry about it. I also think it's one of the coolest looking SMGs in the game, so that does help out a lot. After that, we're going to go to the OPTIC, and I'm going to use the GI Mini Reflex. Now, you definitely don't need an OPTIC, but I feel on this gun, for some reason, running an OPTIC on it makes the gun feel a lot easier to control. It might just be a placebo effect, but it plays a lot better in my opinion when you have an OPTIC. So the GI Mini Reflex is the smallest OPTIC in the game. It's not going to take away that much ADS speed compared to other ones, and it's really nice. It's really easy to see the enemies, and you can still see everything outside the OPTIC when you're aiming down sights, so it's really nice to have. After that, we're going to go down to the stock, and that's going to be the FTAC Vagrant. I really hope I said that right. FTAC Vagrant. It sounds like such a weird name. Anyways, all this gives you is ADS speed. It's nice to have. Now, you could run the ISO Collapsible, but that gives you movement speed as well, but it also takes away recoil control. In this class, we don't really want to lose too much recoil control on this one, so definitely run the FTAC Vagrant. If I continue trying to pronounce that, I'm going to say a word that's going to get this video demonetized. Let's move on to the next attachment, and that is going to be the Underbarrel, which is the Merc foregrip. It gives you hip-fire accuracy, which this gun could use a little bit of, and it does really nice when you shoot people without aiming down sights, but it also gives you that extra recoil control. And as I always say, dude, the Merc foregrip, if you're going to use any foregrip, it should be the Merc, especially on guns that have a lot of recoil. This controls it the easiest. Now, you are losing ADS speed again and aim, walk, and movement speed, but it's not something I would really worry too much about. Now, you could run the Commando foregrip, alright, it does okay, I can't deny it, but personally, I found the Merc did a lot better on this class. Now, the final attachment for this one is the ammunition, and that's going to be the 50-round drums. Now, you could run the 30-round mags, but I highly suggest the 50-round drums. It does a lot better for the gun. The gun just plays a lot easier, I find, in my opinion. And then, yeah, sure, it does take away movement speed and ADS speed, but it's not that heavy, guys. It's a small little drum. It's not going to take away too much, so definitely go ahead and run that on your class right here. Now, let's move on to the class that gets a little more interesting, and like I said, it might be weird because we're actually making this gun a little worse at recoil control, but it's going to be better at long range, so that kind of contradicts itself right there. But this class is something you definitely want to run if you're in the mood for rushing, but you're also in the mood for going for long range shots. So the barrel you want to run is the FSS Nightshade. This pretty much replaces the need to run a monolithic suppressor. It gives you damage range, it gives you recoil control, it gives you bullet velocity, and it also gives you sound suppression. So that's 4 awesome things to have on one attachment that only takes away movement speed and ADS speed. So that damage range is great. The recoil control is really nice to have, and the recoil control makes it very, very easy to control this gun, which is why we could get away with some attachments I'm going to throw on. Then it gives you bullet velocity. So if you're shooting at the head at 100 meters out, you're hitting the head. Don't worry about that. And sound suppression, which is kind of useless in multiplayer, let's be honest. But I find, honestly, when you're playing with a gun that's suppressed, whether it's multiplayer or not, whether it shows your red dot or not, it just gives you a placebo effect where you're going to feel invincible and you're gonna smack people. So definitely go ahead and run that. After this, we're gonna go to the optic, and it's still going to stay the same. We want to run the GI Mini Reflex again, not because of anything, just because it makes it feel a little better to run. So definitely go ahead and do that. Now, this is where you guys might not like the class, but I'm going to tell you, try it and don't knock it until you do. So that's the stock, and it's the ISO collapsible. So this gives you movement speed and it gives you ADS speed. The reason I need this is because of the barrel that we put on is very heavy, and it takes away that ADS and movement speed. So I need it both back with this attachment right here. Now, you are losing recoil control, but you're not losing as much recoil control as you got from putting on that barrel. So that barrel is definitely worth it, in my opinion, and you are losing some aiming stability. But for those of you guys who don't know what aiming stability is, dude, all it is when you're aiming down sights and you're not shooting, it's how much your gun moves while you're aiming down sights. So it's gonna sway left to right, up and down, whatever. That's all it is. Once you start shooting, aiming stability has nothing to do with your gun anymore. So trust me on that, it's worth it. That stock ISO collapsible is nice. Now the ammunition, again, we're keeping the 50 round drum mags. That's the biggest you could put on this gun right here. I wish you could put 100, apparently you can't, so 50 it is, and you shoot through these bullets very fast because the fire rate on this gun is really, really quick. Now again, you're losing ADS speed and movement speed, but I think it's a very good sacrifice because if you don't put on any ammo, you only get 20 bullets in this gun. So putting on 50 is definitely a one-up from that. And the last attachment, you guys might not be happy with this one as well, but that is going to be the rear grip FTAC Elite ISO grip, which gives you sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed. Pretty much it's the stippled grip tape with a whole new name because it isn't just a tape, it actually changes the grip handle itself. Now this is good because that sprint to fire speed is one thing I noticed that was taking away from the other class. When I was shooting at people with the other class, if they shot first and I was sprinting, they most likely would get me. But with this class right here with the sprint to fire speed, it does a nice job, and you also get ADS speed, so that's pretty cool as well. Now I'm gonna go over the actual perks I run for this, just in case some of you guys want to know that. So perk 1, I'm either running double time, which gives you actual movement speed, tactical sprint increase, and it increases your crouch movement speed by 30%. It doubles your tactical sprint as well, so that's pretty cool. Or I run EOD so I could take less explosive damage, but since the C4 nerf, I haven't really needed to use EOD too much. Not many people are chucking lethals at me, so that's pretty cool. After that, I either run restock so I can recharge equipment over 25 seconds. This is if I'm running like a knife class or something like that and I want to have my lethals reloading every few seconds. If not, I'm gonna either run Ghost or Overkill. Overkill is for Warzone obviously, but Ghost I just run for everything. And for the last one, again, there's 2 that I either use. One of them is Tune Up, which reduces the charge time of field upgrades by 40%, so you could get your dead silence very, very fast. And one thing I thought everybody knew, but apparently they don't, like even my friends I play with didn't know this, when you have a actual field upgrade on, the more kills you get, the faster you get your field upgrade. So just in case some of you guys didn't know that, I want to put that out there because for some reason my friends didn't even know that was possible, and I told them, yeah dude, look at the charge of your field upgrade. The next time you get a kill, it's going to go up, it's going to jump up a little bit, and it's going to help you get that field upgrade a lot faster. So if you guys are playing very slow and you're not getting your field upgrade, go for some kills and you will get it. And of course, the last attachment, or the last perk I should say I run on this one, is Amped, which is faster weapon swap and rocket launcher reload speed. Again, this is a Warzone one. This is if I'm using 2 primary weapons. I will definitely run Amped. After that, the lethal, I've switched over to the frag grenade. I've also switched over to actual throwing knives since the C4's gone nerfed. I do keep C4s on some classes, but in all honesty, I feel like they're just more fun to use, right? Sometimes I'll run with a Molotov, anything like that, maybe even a Semtex or a proximity mine, even a Claymore. Like really, I don't know, ever since the C4 has gone nerfed, I'm really lost as to what I should use. And for the tactical, I've noticed Smoke really does a nice job. Smoke, not because I want to like blind the enemies or anything, but because I want to actually block pathways so I can run down, especially if you're playing on maps like Shoot House. You want to cover the middle of the map if you got to cross the map because they could shoot you from anywhere. So having a smoke grenade is actually really good. But that is it for the class, guys. Hope you did enjoy it. The ISO did get a nice buff. If you guys made it this far into the video, video, let me know down in the comments below by commenting smoke grenade boss. That's it, just smoke grenade boss. Nothing else. Just comment that down below. Mess with people's minds, get them confused. They'll have no idea what you're talking about if they didn't watch it. And you guys got this. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around to with those notifications turned on. Drop a like and let me know what you think about the ISO down in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Nick. I'm gonna go sleep a little because I'm losing my voice. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.